Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop for this super late night episode. Bob TV, baby. I'm tired. Been a long day. This is ready to come off. I know because that's my brush and it's stiff as can be. I got this done about 7 o'clock. And it's 1:30 now. I've been about 5 hours. Just gotta be careful pulling everything off. It's still a little green, but this is when it trims the easiest. You gotta be a little careful. You don't want it lifting off your mold. That will make you void. Now if I wanted to be super tight, I could use this plastic. The tape is one time, but I could reuse this plastic if I wanted. I'd do the top of the wing. There's going to be a right and a left plastic. But field plug cannot be used again. Okay. So we're going to get off now. We don't want to pull straight up. We want to pull it on top of itself. Matting off first. See when this stuff's all set up hard and stiff, it still comes off easy, but this is when it's easiest to trim, especially when you're trimming carpet with the razor blade. Oh, that's purty right there. That is purty. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, I want me a brand new balcony blade. I get these things from Hobby King. Guys, I ordered 100 of them for $10. And these are my favorite knives for trimming this stuff. Got a little bit of flex in the blade, not too much, you know. much carbon. There ain't much carbon sticking out, most of it's on the inside. But if you do got some sticking out, after it sets up, it is not easy. Hey guys, I gotta tell you something. We are up to 5% chicks. Yeah, we are up to 5%, and they're all in the 25 to 35 age group, so they're all hot. We have got us 5%. That's the all-time high. 5% hot chicks. Y'all laughed at that butt crack. Turns out it's the chick magnet. Bam! That is just beautiful. Right there. That is just poetic. It's so beautiful. I want to write a poem when I look at this. Now I want to go ahead and carve my roundness out for my aileron. Be a bear then. I'll get you eventually. Bam. Because my aileron's going to turn around right there. Now this is where I really like this flimsy blade. Make sure you got the lock on. So you can kind of bend it a little bit. Be careful, don't go too much. If it digs in too much, it'll actually lift your part up and trim it below center. So you got to kind of be careful. I like to get the top layer of resin up a little bit like so. You know, that edge that's got resin on it. And it seems like it cuts better. Bam, that's just beautiful. That's perfect. And guys, that makes such an incredibly, you will not believe how strong that glue joint is right there. You guys that seen me take remember when I broke my Thunder Chief wing? And then I wanted to see how strong it was. Remember that? I took a hatchet. I never did get the seam separated. Okay guys, and I tried. You know, it just was not going to happen. It just was not going to happen. I mean, if it does, if you do trim it a little short, it ain't no big deal. You can fill it full of resin, but you know, and still end up with a perfect wing. You know, it's not the end of the world. I just like them to look. Because what you'll have, a little bit of primer be missing and you'll see the resin. And even though the seam is full and you got a good glue joint, you know, it really don't matter. But I just like to keep the resin down. And that would be perfect. Just absolutely perfect. Get that out of my mold so it'll go back down perfect. You know how good that knife works? These are my absolutely favorite knives to trim this stuff with. By far. I've tried a bunch too, guys. I have tried a bunch. And shoot, you know, why buy blades for these when you can get them at, you know, 100 of them for $10? I ain't kidding, I got such a huge box over there. But I use them a lot. They are sharp. Hint the word Balcom blade. And Balcom about cut his wrist off. See, I sure like these sides on these molds. Man, that's just worlds of difference. It's so much easier to work with. And plus your mold support. Man. Guys, that just looks beautiful. That is just beautiful. Now what I gotta do, put a little bit of bevel on this back edge. And same thing here, don't try and take it all in one chunk. This is where it really wants to lift the foam up and cut too much. It might be easier to cut this after it cures in the morning. I'll finish that up in the morning. Bam, that still looks great. And I'll just cut a bevel on this. I'll do that in the morning too. For my aileron. I got a strip of carbon right there. 2 layers of 3 ounce. Now my main wing, it's a layer of 3 ounce cloth, my foam, and another layer of 3 ounce cloth. Now you can get away with putting super light stuff, 3/4 ounce on the inside. But you know, we're only talking you know, an ounce of resin, so because that's how much, did you guys know that? That's how much resin your cloth will hold. Also, you know, if you buy a 1/2 ounce cloth, a yard of it weighs a 1/2 ounce. That's how they measure that. And when it's finished, it takes another 1/2 ounce of resin. See? So that yard will weigh 1 ounce. 10 ounce, same way. A yard of it weighs 10 ounces. And it will take 10 ounces of resin. So a yard of it will weigh 20 ounces. So that's a pretty good rule of thumb right there. That all came out good, guys. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna get my tired butt to bed. Love this video and go to bed. That sounds like a plan. We'll be back. Oh, Peter in Australia, our friend Peter. He's our other one that donated. Thanks, Peter. So I got 3 so far. We're there. We're getting there. So we'll see you guys in the shop.